Well, hi folks, that time again now, coming to the end of February, time to get a few not super early, but early potatoes in. These will just be grown completely indoors, they won't be growing outside, so, and for that reason I'm only going to grow them in small pots, so 10-litre pots. So I'll get on and show you how we do that. I'm using some new fertiliser this year. I used it a few years ago when I grew some of the best potatoes I've ever grown. It's a specific potato fertiliser called Spuds Galore, and its NPK is 15,920, so it's very high potash, which is good for, you know, bulking things up. And also it's got added magnesium and sulphur trioxide, which apparently benefits potatoes. Along with which I'm just going to add some normal blood fish and bone. So I'll show you how we do it. Couldn't be easier really. Like I said, 10-litre pots. Show you the potatoes. These are the Nicola or Charlotte, I can't remember, I always forget, that I've just kept over winter myself, just left them in the porch and they're just starting to sprout, so they were free, which is always nice. And again, like I said, just 10-litre pot. So what we do first is just using any old bog standard compost. This is some from last year as well. Just fill it about half full, like that. I'm just going to add just a very small handful of blood fish and bone, and a tiny bit of this, not a lot at all, just like, I would say, a couple of teaspoons if that, because like I said, it's quite strong stuff. And just mix that up, get it all nicely mixed together. So with these pots being 10 litres, and I'm only needing to grow like small potatoes, I will actually be planting 2 seed potatoes per 10 litres, so it's more than I would grow outside. More tubers per pot, but that's what I'm doing, because I know they'll only be small. So what I will do with these is just push these in to within about an inch of the bottom, like so. And then simply just top it back up again, right to the top. You can leave a little bit of space just in case you need to earth them up when the sprouts come through and there's a bit of frost about. And again, just adding a small handful of blood fish and bone, and just a tiny little pinch of this stuff. Give that a mix in again. And there we have it. So there's no need to do anything with these really. Just going to put these in the house and with a bit of warmth, and as soon as they start to sprout, I'll bring them into this polytunnel and then cover them up as necessary if the shoots come through when there's still a bit of frost. But apart from that, that's about it. Might give them a little bit of a water because this compost's a little bit dry, but until they start to sprout, not really much to do. So I'm going to grow another new variety to me this year called Jazzy. I've not got them yet. They're supposed to produce about, well, so what people have written, it's supposed to produce up to 70 to 80 potatoes per tuber planted, which would be quite good. Very small potatoes, which is ideal for new potatoes. But I'd like to give those a go. Like I said, they've not come yet. I'm only growing a small batch of them just to give them a bit of a trial run. I was considering growing these in some of my own compost that I've made up at the allotment. If you remember, I mixed some molehill soil with sharp sand, but I didn't get round to bringing any back, so I'll have to put that on a back burner, try that another time. But that's what I'll be doing with all my main crop ones outside, and all the new potatoes that we're growing outside too. None of those will be grown in this sort of compost. They'll all just be grown in my own sort of salvaged compost, if you will. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how this fertiliser gets on. Spuds Galore, it's very strong. If you look, it's 15,920, which is about 3 times as strong as blood fish and bone. So you don't need a great deal of it. I'll put a link into the description if anyone's interested in getting it. It's from Elixir Gardens, Spuds Galore, that's what it's called. And if I remember rightly, I did use it, like I said, a few years ago when I was growing Sarpo Miras, and I got an absolutely massive crop. I mean, you're talking about nearly £15 a pop, so whether it was that, whether it was just a good year, we'll never know. But I thought, why not, give it a try. Give it another go. Like I said, only a little pinch of it. Nothing too extravagant. So it's good to get started anyway. It's getting to the end of February. My main crop ones will be going in probably the middle of April, because I don't want them coming through outside when there's frost about, really, ideally. But at least with these, with them only being, I'm going to grow 6 pots of these, and because they're in the polytunnel, I can protect them from the frost should the need arise. And then we will get some early ones which will should last about a month just before the main ones arrive outside. So again, just another little pinch of that. Tiny little pinch of the Spuds Galore. Give it a mix in. And that's really about it. So these will go inside, in the house, somewhere warm, until they start to show the first shoots coming through the compost. And then as soon as that happens, they'll come straight in here, because they don't want to be anywhere with low light levels, otherwise they'll just get really leggy. So that's what we shall do. Any frost that occurs, we just cover them up. But judging by this year, I could have probably grown them from Christmas, because we've not had any frost to speak of. It's been really mild, so, but you never know. If you could forecast the weather advance, you'd know what to do. I'll just do this final pot. That's 4 done. And like I said, I'm going to do 6, but I won't do the others yet. Yeah, and just another pinch of this. Tiny pinch of that. Mix it up. And we're good to go. So there we go, folks. That's how I'm growing me sort of very early potatoes this year, if you will. 10-litre pots, 2 seed potatoes in them, trying some of this new Spuds Galore fertiliser, a bit of bloodfish and bone, and we'll see how we get on. Anyway, folks, that's about it. See you later.